Yesterday we go through this question and I think it is hard to understand and hard to know what is going on. So let me try and break it down a bit again. Okay, so the basic idea is still the more you earn, the more you will be charged for your income tax. So when I'm earning, let's say there's one person who just earns Hey, after I use your Apple Pencil, I cannot use my own pencil already.
Oh, you need to
But this one different head.
Oh, use the wire.
Last time I didn't need, so now I have to borrow your Apple Pencil. Yeah, really, you use your Apple Pencil to hack my iPad. Now I cannot use my own laptop. Okay, this table actually is read from the top to the bottom. Is the more you earn, the more you will hit the bottom. So if I earn very little money, I will be somewhere here, this dot over here. If I earn more money, then I will go a bit further. If I earn more money, I will go further. I earn the most money, I will go even further and further. So, for those who earn very little, earn within tier 1. When they earn less than 20,000, the tax on what they earn is 0%. This is what this table is. For those who earn a bit more, 20,000 plus 10,000, so those who earn until 30,000, they will be paying for this 10,000 2%. The first 20,000 is 0%. The next 10,000 is 2%. Okay? So the more you earn, the more you will be taxed. Then why this one they never put is because the first 30,000 is here already in this first box. So your first 20,000 not taxed, your next 10,000 is being taxed 2%, and that is why they help you put it here already. The most that you can get taxed if you earn 30,000 is $200. That's why the next 30,000 here, the first 30,000 they say it is $200 flat rate. As long as you earn more than 30,000, the first 30,000 is 200 because it has been calculated in the first box already. Okay, so income is like that one. The more you earn, the more you pay. That is the idea that you need to know for now. Okay, and the more you earn, the higher percentage you pay for the money that you earn. Okay, just know like that first. Can then all these boxes, if gets more confusing for you, then now don't need to know first lah. Okay, when nearer the final year exam, then we go through again. Okay, then we go to the next question. This one is what I told you yesterday before we started doing the questions. Relief. So there are all these relief that you can subtract from your gross income, or your gross annual income means everything that you earn, the money that you earn, but not all this money is being taxed. Okay, gross is those that include not being taxed. This word gross. Gross means more, everything. Then what is being taxed is after we minus away the relief. Okay, so this box This time they are telling you these are the relief. So this money can be don't tax. This money don't need to be taxed. So how much are all this money? The first one, when you are earning income, the government say, okay, I give you $1,000 that you don't need to be taxed. Meaning, out of this 96,000, 1,000 don't need to be taxed. Okay? Parent relief, because you take care of your parent. One parent, you $9,000 out of here, don't need to be taxed. So, CPF contribution, because you contribute to your CPF, 19,200 don't need to be taxed. Okay? CPF cash top-up relief, because you put 7,000 into your CPF extra, so this 7,000 don't need to be taxed. So this question is just telling you this. So they want you to calculate what is the income tax payable okay? So all these don't need to be taxed. Actually they want you to then you just need to know. So how do I calculate his chargeable income? So his income tax, at first the gross is before the relief. So the chargeable income that he has to be taxed will be equals to 96,000 minus away 1,000, 9,000 per parent. Then he still live with both parents. So he minus 9,000 one parent, another 9,000 for another parent. Hey. Also cannot use already. Why? I think no battery. Can I lend your wire? Hello, morning. Okay, can. Yeah. I told you already, got this wire look more stylo. Okay, then we minus away 19,200 and also minus away 7,000. Then this will be his chargeable income, Okay? So relief is just that, don't need to be taxed one. Minus 1,000 minus 9,000 minus 9,000 minus 19,200 minus 7,000. So out of his 96,000 that he earned, only 50,800 is taxable. Hey, I don't use the word chargeable, I use taxable. Taxable nicer. I think clearer, easier to understand. His taxable income is 50,800. Then this question, they want you to calculate his income tax payable. So in the end, how much income tax he pay? But they want you to use question 12, the table. Okay? Meaning, we go back to the question in the last table, the confusing table. Then remember, 50,800. Okay, so we have to go and see where will 50,800 fall. When we look at each of the bracket, this one is for 20,000 plus another 10,000 So anything that you earn below 30,000 will fall under the first box. Then if you earn 30,000 already, then plus another 10,000. So if you earn 30,000 or below, you use the first box. If you earn 40,000 and below, you use the second box. Then the third box is 40,000 plus another 40,000. So anything you earn below 80,000, you will be using this box. Can, because first 40 plus another 40. So 40,000 to 80,000, we'll use this box. Then right now, in our story, the person earns $50,800. So 50,800 will fall under this box, between 40 to 80. Okay? Then out of this 50,800, the first 40,000 altogether tax 550. So within this 50,800, there is a first 40,000. Then if we take away 40,000, we still have 10,800. They add up to 50,800. This first 40,000 will be taxed a total of 550. Then this next 10,800 will be taxed at 7%. So for this part, we have to take 7% times 10,800. Okay, I know the presentation is very messy, but it's to help you understand what is going on. $700, 556. So the total tax that he end up paying will be this one plus this one. Out of the 50,800 taxable, first 40,000 tax is 500. The next 10,800 is $756. So end up you will pay this plus this as his total tax. So question 13, he will pay 550 plus 756. $1,306. Okay? So how do we present our answer in the exam? This kind of income tax question, actually, as long as you show that you understand, it is just multiplication, addition. Even if you show like that, it will be accepted because you already show you know that this thing is here. 40,000, 10,800. Then you show that this thing is from here one. Then this one you have to tax 7%. Then after that you add them together. So like that is also acceptable. Or just show something like that. You got the numbers there and you show that your numbers come from where can it will be accepted. Of course, it's better if you add words like his taxable income equals to 50,800. Then after you get the 550, you say the first $40,000 is taxed 550. Then this one, the 10,800, the next 10,800 is being taxed at 7%. Then you say this is the tax for the next 10,800. Then this one is, you answer by saying total tax equals. Okay, so if you have only numbers, it may not be very clear what are all these numbers, but as long as you add a bit of English words, then you can see the whole story very clear already. Okay, can? Yeah. Then we want to go to speed. Speed is a kind of rate. Yeah. Let me go to third. Speed. Speed is a measurement of how fast we can move. So it is a measurement of how much distance I can cover in a certain amount of time, or the distance per time. Just like the road sign that you all see. What is the speed? It is measured in kilometer per hour. Okay? So kilometer per hour by itself, it is a rate. We have done rate already. Rate is a proportion of different measurements. So this time we are comparing distance and time. They are different measurements. So kilometer per hour, let's say I have 80 kilometer per hour. What it is saying is every hour I can travel 80 kilometers. So this is a rate. Kilometer per hour. Okay? Then once you understand your speed is a rate, there are three things that are very closely related in this topic. That is your speed, distance, and time. Because speed is distance divided by time. How fast I can move. The amount of distance for every unit of time. That is speed. So from speed, it is distance per time. Or if we see it in the units, kilometer per hour. Per is divided by every one. So per is also like divided. Then from this, we can also manipulate, you know your equation. Speed is on the left. On the right, you have distance divided by time. If I want to make distance the main character in this equation or formula, I multiply time to the right and multiply time to the left, I will get another equation. So I multiply time to both sides. When I multiply time to the right, the time will cancel with the denominator. Then I will get just distance. And distance is equals to speed because I multiply time on both sides. So distance is speed times time. And from your rate, you will also know, because how do I get distance? If the speed is kilometer per hour, in 3 hours, how far I can cover? 1 hour I can cover 80 kilometer. Means if I want to look at distance, 3 hours how much I can cover? I will take 3 times 80, which is time times speed to get distance. Okay, so it is just your rate. Every 1 hour I can travel 80 kilometers. If I want the total distance, I will take time times speed. Then from this same equation, we can also again divide both sides by speed to find time. So time is equals to distance divided by speed. Again, it is back to your rate. If I am traveling 100 kilometers and my speed is 10 kilometers per hour. Okay? Every 1 hour I can travel 10 kilometers. I have 100 kilometers to travel. I will need to divide 100 by 10, then I know I will need 10 hours to travel that amount of distance. Okay? So these three things are linked all together one. Your speed is distance divided by time. Your distance is speed times time. Your time is distance divided by speed. And then I have seen students remembering this using a triangle. Like that. Okay? I don't know is it from their physics teacher or from science or from math lah. But if it helps you remember, the top is D, then like that, DST. Distance, speed, time. Distance equals to speed times time. So when I want to know distance, I cover D, then distance is speed times time. They are side by side. If I want to know speed, I cover S, D over T, distance over time. If I want time, I cover time, D over S. Okay? So this is the relationship between the three. If you cannot remember, you go back to what is speed. Speed is rate, distance per unit time. Okay? So this topic, like that only. As long as you remember these three relationships, you can solve the questions. And also, we will need to know conversion. The conversion, let's say I start with 60 kilometer per hour. This is a measurement of, is this speed, distance or time? Wait, is this speed, distance or time? Speed, because it is kilometer per hour. So we are talking about the speed. Okay? Kilometer only is distance. Hour only is time. So kilometer per hour is speed. Okay? Then the questions may ask you to write the same speed, but they want the unit in meter per second. Okay, for the same speed, it can be written as 60 km per hour. It can also be written in some meter per second. So we need to learn the conversion. So for the conversion, if I want to convert 60 km per hour itself is a divide. So I rewrite this 60 km per hour means every 60 km, 1 hour. Okay, then the conversion, I want kilometer to change to meter. I want hour to change to second. Every 1 kilometer, 60 kilometer is the same as 60 multiply 1 kilometer. 60 times 1 kilometer is 60 kilometer. So every 1 kilometer, I replace it with 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. Correct? 1 kilometer is 1000 kilometer. Then by changing 1 kilometer to 1000 meter, I have managed to change my distance to be in meter already. Every 1 hour is 60 minutes. So I have changed hour to minute already. But not yet finished, because what they want is in seconds. So I still have to change. 60 times 1000, so 60,000 meter. 60 minutes is the same as 60 multiplied by 1 minute. So if I change the 1 minute, I rewrite minute in seconds. Every 1 minute is 60 seconds. Meter second. Once I have converted them individually, I can press calculator. Then my calculator will tell me 60,000 divided by 3,600. 60,000 divided by 3,600 is 16.7 meter per second. Meter per second already. Okay? So this is the way to do the conversion. We change 60 kilometer to 60,000 meter. We change 1 hour into the seconds. Then we can convert already. Okay, this part is quite important because questions always will ask you to change here to this, change that to this, change this to that, change that to this. Okay, vice versa. If I want to convert meter per second to kilometer per hour, then we will look at it in the next question. Workbook, page 33. Okay, or you all practice this first. Part B, we just did only try. Then after that, part A we do together. Kilometer per hour into meter per second. The working is very similar to what I just worked with. In fact, exactly the same. The working is exactly the same. Just that the numbers are different. While you're trying, I try to reconnect my own pencil. Cannot. I still have to use Elijah's. Okay, come try. Hey, sorry, you all should have tried already. Let me go through. 66 kilometer per hour. It is the same as 66 kilometer per hour, per 1 hour. So 66 kilometer, every 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. Every 1 hour is 60 minutes. Every 1 minute is 60 seconds. Step by step, I convert them. Then I get them into meter per second already. Okay? Then calculator. (18.3 meter per second. Okay? All able to get 18.3? Good. Okay. When we are converting a bigger unit to a smaller unit, kilometer become meter, it is very easy because 1 kilometer is 1000 meters. 1 minute is 60 seconds. Everything is multiplied, so it is a bit easier. If we want to convert 2 meter per second into kilometer per hour, the idea is exactly the same. Just that now the numbers instead of multiply become divide. So looks a bit more messy. But the idea is still the same. 2 meter per second means 2 meter every 1 second. 2 meter is how much of 1 kilometer? Meter, if I want to change it to kilometer, it is 2. 1 meter is 1 out of 1000 of a kilometer. So I have